Welcome. We've got some thrilling Arsenal news lined up for you, so stay tuned until the end to catch all the latest updates. And don't forget to leave 300 likes to keep us motivated in bringing you the latest Arsenal updates. Arsenal scraped a dramatic 2-1 victory over rock-bottom Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Emirates Stadium, extending their lead at the top of the Premier League to 5 points thanks to two bizarre own goals. Bukayo Saka proved the architect of both winners, whipping in a corner that cannoned off the post and Wolves keeper Sam Johnston's back for the opener in the 70th minute, before delivering the cross that Yerson Mosquera inadvertently headed into his own net under pressure from substitute Gabriel Jesus in the 94th minute. Wolves had stunned the hosts by equalising through Tolu Arokadere's header in the 90th minute, but the late twist ensured the Gunners claimed all 3 points in front of a relieved 60,242 crowd. Mikel Arteta admitted it was a relief but stressed his side should have won by a bigger margin, criticising a passive spell that allowed Wolves their first real chance to level. Rob Edwards, meanwhile, praised his players' committed display despite a 10th straight defeat, insisting they stuck to the game plan and nearly nicked a point through sheer spirit. Saka was named man of the match for his constant threat down the right, while questions linger over Victor Gyoke's lacklustre form up front, but Arsenal's set-piece dominance now with a league-high 9 goals from corners this season ultimately proved decisive on a nervy North London evening. Rob Edwards speaks out about Arsenal's snatched dramatic 2-1 victory over Wolves at the Emirates. Arsenal extended their lead at the top of the Premier League to 5 points with a hard-fought 2-1 win against bottom-placed Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Emirates Stadium on Sunday evening. Mikel Arteta's side were far from convincing, relying on 2 own goals from the visitors to secure the 3 points in a match that highlighted Wolves' defensive frailties as they remain rooted to the foot of the table with just 2 points from 16 games. The first half was a cagey affair, with Arsenal struggling to break down a resolute Wolves defence organised by manager Rob Edwards. Declan Rice posed the main threat, testing Sam Johnston with a free kick and a long-range effort, while David Raya denied Hwang Hee-chan at the other end. Ben White linked well with Bukayo Saka down the right but was forced off injured early on, replaced by Miles Lewis-Skelly. Victor Gyoke's looked isolated up front for the Gunners, and the sides went into half-time goalless, much to the frustration of the home supporters. Arsenal stepped up the pressure after the restart, with Rice again forcing a save from Johnston. The breakthrough came when Saka's corner was palmed onto the post by the Wolves keeper, only for the ball to rebound off his back and into the net for an own goal. Replays suggested Saka may have been offside in the build-up, adding a touch of fortune to Arsenal's opener. Wolves refused to lie down and showed real spirit in the closing stages. Substitute Tolu Arokadere made an immediate impact, rising to head home a cross from Matheus Mané in the 90th minute to equalise and stun the Emirates. It looked as though the visitors might salvage a priceless point in their battle against relegation. But Arsenal struck back in stoppage time. Gabriel Jesus, introduced as a substitute, pressured Yerson Mosquera, whose attempted header looped into his own net to spark jubilant scenes among the home fans. Wolves boss Rob Edwards could not hide his disappointment after the match, particularly praising Bukayo Saka's standout performance. Saka was a nightmare for us tonight. Not only did he create the first goal with that brilliant corner, but he kept troubling our defence throughout the game. A performance like that makes him so hard to stop. He's a star who makes the difference, and we have to learn from it, said Edwards. Overall, Arsenal's display was inconsistent, heavily reliant on Rice's tireless energy in midfield. Saka emerged as the undoubted man of the match, constantly menacing down the flank and instrumental in both goals. However, the likes of Eberechi and Victor Gyoke struggled to make an impact, underscoring ongoing adaptation issues in attack. Late introductions like Lewis-Skelly brought fresh impetus, but Arteta will demand greater clinical finishing. For Wolves, midfielder Andre shone brightly, tirelessly plugging gaps and thwarting Arsenal's advances, while João Gomes impressed with his pressing. Arokadere's late header offered hope, but defensive lapses from Johnston and Mosquera proved costly. Edwards commended his players' fight but admitted the bizarre concessions were too damaging. Player ratings reflected a tightly contested encounter. Arsenal's David Raya and Piero Hincapié stood firm at the back, while Wolves could take positives from Totai Gomes' solidity and Endre's excellence. Many observers labelled it a fortunate win for the Gunners, but the points are vital in the title race. The result strengthens Arsenal's position at the summit, though their performance fell short of recent highs. Saka himself reflected, "Sometimes you need a bit of luck. Today it went our way, so we'll take the points and push on. We want opposing teams to know that coming to the Emirates isn't an easy afternoon. Wolves, meanwhile, must quickly regroup to avoid the drop, with a demanding festive schedule ahead for both sides. Arsenal edged dramatic 2-1 win over Wolves amid fresh injury concern for Ben White. Arsenal extended their Premier League lead to 5 points with a nervy 2-1 victory over bottom-side Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Emirates Stadium on Saturday evening. Mikel Arteta's men were far from their fluent best, relying on 2 bizarre own goals from the visitors to clinch the points in a match marred by yet another defensive injury blow. The game got off to a cautious start, with Arsenal struggling to find rhythm against a well-drilled Wolves outfit managed by Rob Edwards. Declan Rice tested Sam Johnston with a free kick and a long-range drive, but clear-cut chances were scarce. The home crowd grew restless as the Gunners laboured in possession, with Victor Gyökeres looking isolated up top. Disaster struck for Arsenal just after the half-hour mark when Ben White pulled up clutching his hamstring while sprinting back to thwart a Wolves counter-attack involving Hwang Hee-chan. The England international, who had only recently returned to full fitness and was making his 4th consecutive start, was forced off and replaced by young Miles Lewis-Skelly. It was a cruel setback, compounding Arsenal's ongoing defensive crisis. Lewis-Skelly slotted in seamlessly, allowing Jurrien Timber to shift to right-back, while William Saliba, himself back from an ankle knock, marshalled the backline alongside Piero Hincapié. The first half ended goalless, with Arsenal's attack lacking the usual spark from the likes of Gabriel Martinelli and Eberechi Eze. Arsenal emerged with more purpose after the interval, pinning Wolves back and forcing Johnston into several smart saves. The breakthrough arrived in the 70th minute when Bukayo Saka whipped in a devilish corner that struck the far post, bounced off the unfortunate Johnston's back, and nestled into the net for an own goal. Wolves, showing commendable fight despite their dire position, refused to crumble. Substitute Tolu Arokadere made an instant impact, rising highest to head home a cross in the 90th minute and level the scores, sending shockwaves through the Emirates. The drama wasn't over, however. Deep into stoppage time, Saka delivered another dangerous ball into the box, where Gabriel Jesus, fresh off the bench, pressured Yerson Mosquera into heading past his own keeper for the decisive own goal. Jubilant scenes ensued as Arsenal snatched all 3 points. Saka was the standout performer, constantly menacing down the right and directly involved in both goals, earning widespread praise. Rice provided tireless energy in midfield, while Saliba's return offered stability at the back. However, Gyökeres and Eze endured frustrating afternoons, highlighting areas for improvement. Post-match, Arteta described White's injury as bad news, suggesting the hamstring issue stemmed from player overload amid a congested fixture list. With Arsenal's defensive resources stretched thin, the Gunners will hope for positive updates ahead of a demanding festive period, as they aim to maintain their grip on the title race. Thanks for watching Arsenal Time. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Continue following the Gunners' journey with us, and see you in the next video. Come on, you Gunners!